Hey everybody, welcome back to Get Hooked Outdoor Ministries. I appreciate you tuning in again with me today down here on the Altamaha River. Just come down here, just piddling a little bit, just to kind of get away and just be able to think. Man, my heart's never been so troubled, never been so hurt. Just I don't know how I even describe I feel, but man, after you watch everything that's taking place in this old country, it's sickening to the heart. It's troubling. It's heartbreaking that we as people that live in the greatest country in the world allow things to turn to this. Now, I want to say this to start out with. That young man that was murdered by that cop, I stand behind him, his family, 100%. That cop was a bad cop. If it was me, I'd say hang him in the public town square so everybody could see him and make an example out of him. To let all the other bad cops know this is what's going to happen. Is that the Jesus way? I don't know. I can't tell you. It may not be. But hey, we got to make an example starting somewhere. And all my brothers and sisters that are black, anybody that knows me that there's not a prejudice bone in my body. All my life, I've had many black friends. Even today, got many black friends. I've slept at my black friend's house. I've eat off their table. Man, I grew up in South Georgia in the tobacco patch. You had one keg of Kool-Aid and you had one cup. It didn't matter if you was red, yellow, black, or white. You all drank out the same cup if you wanted something to drink. So I learned as a child not to be prejudiced, that everybody was equal, and I still believe that today. I believe everybody's equal, and I stand with you. If you want to protest, if you got some ideas of you want to meet up and come up with some solutions to help better our communities, to get together, to take away the hate, man, I'm right there with you. Now, if you want to go loot and steal and burn, I don't have no use for you, because to me, you're no better than the ones who murdered the guy, because that's hate. That's not going to solve anything. But here's my thing. Skin color isn't the problem. It isn't a black thing and it isn't a white thing. It's a sin thing. Jesus tells us this in 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Says, we are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. He's talking to his people. And there's going to be, I know through times, there's going to be situations like this. But even though we know things like this are going to happen, that doesn't make it any easier, and it doesn't make it right. As God's people, this is where we're supposed to stand up. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I've seen white folks that call themselves Christians. With some of the things I've seen and heard, I don't know if they're really Christians. I've seen some black folks that say they're Christians, and some of the posts that I've seen them make, I don't know if they're really Christians, because I don't see anything Christ-like in that. God says we're supposed to love one another, cherish one another, lift one another up, protect one another, treat our neighbors as ourselves. That doesn't matter if you black, white, red, yellow, green, purple, or any other color. It doesn't matter what nationality. We're supposed to treat others the same. And I try to do my best at that. I don't look at people by skin color. I try to look at people as a lost soul needing Jesus Christ. I try to look at people as people that's going through hard times, no matter what color they are. And it would do us all good to do that. But man, we're living in a time where sin is prevailing. Where does this hate come from? Sin. Sin. That's all it is sin. Where does prejudice come from? Sin. Where does racism come from? Sin. It's a sin problem. The only cure for sin is Jesus Christ. That's the only way. In church, this is our perfect opportunity, just like with the corona. Well, God's given us a platform to show the love of Christ. And man, I've seen some videos where people are binding together, black folks, white folks, hugging, praying together, trying to work through these solutions. And friend, that's the only way we're going to solve these things, not with more hate and more crime and more of what we're seeing. You know, most of these folks ain't out there. You tell me all these little white punks that's running around throwing bricks through buildings and setting things on fire and acting like they ain't got a lick of sense. You tell me they care about that young black man that was murdered by that cop. They don't care. They're just so caught up in sin. All it takes is just a little bit of enticement to get them to sin more. Friend, we've all been there. I've been there. I was a mean, vengeful person before Jesus Christ. I believe in vengeance is mine. But man, that vengeance don't get you anywhere but more trouble, and all it does is cause more problems. But when I got saved, God told me and showed me vengeance is His. If you'll sit back and let the Lord work, He'll take care of things. If we'll follow His plan, He'll take care of things. So I just want to say to those of you that are out there, I love you, no matter your color. My phone's open 24/7. You want to talk to me, 339-2930. You call me. I'll talk to you. I don't care what color. You want to sit down and eat? We'll sit down and eat. I'll cook you a meal. You come to my house and eat. I'll stand hand in hand with you. You want to go talk to the local authorities to see what we can do to better the relationship in our counties, Jeff Davis, Appleton County? Hey, call me. I'll walk with you. Because that's what God says we should do, walk with one another. But I encourage you as Christians, if you're out there, if you're helping to spread this hate, man, check yourself. Check yourself. God's given us that platform again to be the shining light to the community, to show the world what Jesus Christ is and the love of Jesus. Let's take advantage of that. And take all this nonsense and stop it. Because what's it doing? It's further destroying our country. It's separating us in all different categories, not just in color. I mean, we're buying into some of these politicians, Soros, these people, their whole game plan is just to do whatever it takes to divide this country, because if the country's divided, they gain control and they take away our freedom. God bless you. I love you. I know this probably wasn't the best devotion for the day, but man, that's just what's on my heart. I'm just hurt and broken. I just want to see Jesus Christ